Hey, welcome back to the shop. Today we're working on the rear doors, specifically the passenger side. Trying to get all the glass and stuff in, get these doors completed so that we can move on to the interior. As you notice, the interior's gotten a little bit empty. We're moving on to that. We got the tailgate done. We got the bed pretty much done. The anchor bolts for gooseneck are in. Everything from the back of the cab or back of the truck here, with the exception of the bumper, is completed all the way up on the underside to the firewall. We have pulled everything up through the air lines for the air ride and gooseneck for the gauges, and for the adjustable ride heights for the airbags. Got the power lead over here for the compressor, switch for the compressor, and for the horn. So that's all up into the cab. We got this coil to go across over to the battery with the breaker. What else do we have? A lot of things happening real fast here. I was surprised I was able to accomplish as much as I did. So the only exception to the back is the brakes and the bumper. I'm sorry. Brakes have not been bled. Brake lines actually are not even installed. Well, they're installed, but the for the hose up at the top of the frame rail has not been reconnected since I put the gooseneck hitch on, which is fine because the system is empty. We're okay with that. And obviously the bumper's got to be put in. The 7-pin down here low, and the backup lights are all hanging here, along with the add-on airline for adjusting the airbags in case we have a mishap with the compressor. So with that, we have stumbled across an issue. Actually, I did a while back when I purchased the new Relics rear windows, or the power window assemblies. I immediately, instead of holding off like I should have, I immediately went and posted my old regulators online for sale, and somebody immediately snatched them up, obvious for reasons. They're a very rare item to have. And not reading the directions, well, the person that purchased them was gracious enough to send me some dimensions. Dude, I greatly appreciate it. So I was able to get enough information to make some patterns, lay out some tin, bend it up on my vise, tested it, they're good. So we're gonna lay them out on some 3/16 steel now. The only thing we haven't done yet is drill some holes. I'm gonna do that next. So it's the same pattern, same exact. One we're gonna bend this way, concealing the cuts. The other one we're gonna bend away from the cuts, opening the cuts. Either way, I'm gonna put a bead weld on the inside to make sure everything's stiff and stays nice and tight. But I have to drill holes, and I have to, the one thing I didn't get that I have a pretty good idea where it's at now at this point is this location here for the actual rivet. I know height-wise where it's needs to be. Looks like 3 1/4 inches up from here. Yeah, 3 1/4 from here. So this is how they're going to be inside. So 3 1/4 inches up. I just don't know this height here. I'm assuming it's going to be the same height. It looks like it's pretty much in line. So I may be able to, with the information that I have here, I thought there was one picture that would show me where it was. I have this picture. So that looks down at the bottom edge, so I can guesstimate how tile that's going to be. In actuality, when I went and stamped when I put this in, I got some bolt locations, so maybe I can use that to figure out where it needs to be. That being the bottom, I might be able to find out. Or maybe just drill right straight through. But either way, some of the stuff, when you get in a hurry, you think you're doing the right thing, you find out that you're doing a very wrong thing, and you pay the price for it. Not really paying the price, it's doing some due diligence, reaching out to people that you've sold stuff to, and hopefully they're gracious enough to give you the info you need. And buying a piece of steel from local weld shop. They was nice enough to give me I purchased it. It was a 12 by 12 inch, a 1 foot by 1 foot square. Actually, it was cut like a trapezoid, so they couldn't use it anyway. But laying it out, getting an angle grinder out there with a cutting disc. Now this is what I'm using. Cut off wheel from Bauer, the Harbor Freights, you know, just 4-inch angle grinder, cut it. I laid it out obviously, and I did some relief cuts there so it'll be easier to bend, hopefully. But hey, we're at 6 minutes. I just wanted to give you guys a quickie here, show you what we're doing today and this weekend, and hopefully soon. Talk to y'all later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.